Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am very honored to be joined by multi-award winning and Grammy-nominated artist Canton Jones. Thank you, Canton, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
So, yeah, you're going to be in Evans, Georgia on December 1st for the Encounter concert.
Yes.
And tell me a little bit about the concert and what people can expect.
Well, I am invited by the Faith Walk Ministries. I actually haven't met the promoter as of yet, but I heard he's a great guy. But I do have great relationships in Augusta and a lot of friends in Augusta, and those people know how to praise God there. And so, man, I just want everybody to just come for an experience with God. I'm known as a hip hop artist, but I am a worshiper at heart, and so I sing as well, and so we're gonna be, I don't want to say all over the place, but we're definitely are gonna present all things to all men that we may win some. That's all.
That is awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. Let me get you. Let's talk a little bit about your background. You were born in Florida. Is that correct?
Right. I'm from a place called Deerfield Beach, Florida.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Near Fort Lauderdale.
And when did you get started singing?
I started singing at 5 years old. I had a group with my brother and my cousin called the Newborn Leaders Gospel Singers.
Wow.
And we used to sing. Rap wasn't popular back then, so we used to sing. And then I started singing with my dad and his quartet group called the Nobelaires. And so I grew up singing quartet. Grew up in a Pentecostal church, so singing in the choir, and that was my thing. But of course, hip hop was taking off, and I liked to rap and kind of started to kind of mix the two. And so that's kind of my background when it comes to, being a church kid. I am a church kid. I don't care how street we may appear on our covers.
Yeah.
We're church boys, man, and so and I my mom and dad were church people. They're both in heaven, but I was raised up in the church. So that is my background. Yep. That's my background.
That is awesome. When did you decide that you wanted to do music as a career?
Man, I think I always wanted to do music. Well, everybody wanted to be Michael Jordan at one time in their life, and so I wanted to do sports at one time when I was a kid. But my dad bought this old school piece of equipment called a 4-track, and so we started recording music and doing things. I was like 15, 16 years old. And I think that's when I knew, when all of the guys were outside playing basketball, I was in the house making music. And that's when I knew, man. Plus, we had the neighborhood basketball goal. So everybody was literally in my front yard playing basketball. And I couldn't leave that room, man. Wow. And for hours, I used to watch the sun go down, bro, just making music and recording stuff. And so that's when I knew that that's what I wanted to do.
That is awesome. Who would you say are some of your influences?
Man, to be honest with you, I'm influenced by quartet music. So a lot of my influence is Canton spirituals, gospel keynotes, Mighty Clouds of Joy on that side. Fred Hammond, who's like one of my all-time favorites. He played bass. My dad played bass as well. But on the mainstream side, of course, Dr. Dre as a producer, Usher as a singer and a performer. I can't dance like Usher at all, but but his style and swagger was very, very popular. And of course, as a music junkie that I am, you kind of take some from this one, some from that one, and you present like a big gumbo, and that's what makes Canton Jones, and so I went to Morehouse College which is the alma mater of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I sang in the Morehouse College Glee Club, and I was a part of the quartet. So I also have formal classical training, and that part of me, no one's really seen, but I have, classical training. And so yeah, I'm just all over the place when it comes to music, man. I just love it.
Yeah, I like your style. You got some hip hop, some more kind of laid back stuff, and
Right.
I really enjoy that mixture
Thank you.
of your music. Let me just say this: you write and produce. Where do you get most of your inspiration for your music?
Man, I could be inspired from a conversation. I could be inspired. I hear melodies all day long. My wife, sometimes I get on her nerves, man, that I just hear music all day long, and sometimes somebody release a song and I have an answer to it, like, nah, God is doing this. It's not about that. Sometimes it's just a straight up, vertical song to God that I want to do. Sometimes it's me speaking for someone, so I kind of take all different approaches when it comes to music. Sometimes the lyrics come first. Sometimes we make the music first. And it's really no rules, bro. It's just that is the main rule with me in the studio. There are no rules. You go in and you dream and you just try to come up with the most creative. I don't do the, let's try to make a song to get on radio, and try to follow the trend. I kind of just try to be as creative as I could be, and wherever it lands, it lands.
That is awesome. That is awesome. We're looking forward to seeing you here December 1st.
Yes, sir.
Once again, that's the Encounter concert presented by Faith Walk Ministry, featuring Canton Jones, Kevin Walker, and North Augusta's own Angela James.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard Angela?
Yeah, she's amazing. I actually have a song with her on my next project.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, man. It's a techno house worship type of record. It's gonna be bananas. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear that.
Yeah.
We will see you December the 1st then, and we're honored to have you.
All right, man of God. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye.